We are back at it again with another fight breakdown. Yeah. Um, I enjoy doing these, and this one might be one of my more favorite. I can't decide if this one's gonna be better than Cider versus Crosby, but I think watching this one was a bit more entertaining, just a little bit, and you'll see why. So it starts with Sean Durzi slamming his stick on the ground after a play and skating towards Robby Fabbri. Like, you can see him, he is going towards Fabbri. It's very obvious. He wants some action with Fabbri. He wants to go with Fabs. Bertuzzi doesn't like that. He gets in the way. And they get some gloved punches in there. They don't really drop them and, go. They have their gloves and they're kind of holding on to each other and kind of jabbing a little bit at each other. And then they get separated and in a scuffle ensues. Everybody's on everyone. But then Durzi and Fabbri go one-on, like they get to each other one-on-one. And Fabbri is the first to drop the gloves. Just drops them and grabs Durzi, then Durzi drops him and grabs Fabbri. They grab each other like that, and then Durzi lands the first punch. It's a nice little jab to Fabbri's ear, kind of looking area. Then Fabbri goes for his first punch, and Durzi dodges it. Good job on that one. Then Fabbri dodges Durzi's second and third attempts by leaning backwards and ducking down a little bit. Then Fabbri kind of starts to lose his footing. Like, you can see he's kicking like he's losing balance. He's trying to regain his footing. And at that point, I was like, no. I was like, when I was watching this, I was just like, come on, Fabbri. Come on, get up. Let's go. Come on, get your balance. Let's get up and let's land a clean punch. Let's go. Let's go. And I was scared that he was just going to fall, and then that's how this one was going to end, and that would kind of suck. But then he gets up, and he lands a clean, solid punch to the side of Durzi's face. Is just boom, right there on the cheek area. It might have been up a little bit more around the cheekbone kind of area right here, but it was so clean you could just see the punch, and oh my goodness, when they showed the slow-mo replay, it was beautiful just watching the connection. It was a clean, old-fashioned punch, like just boom, right there, and it was beautiful to see. And then they fall, but, and you can see this as they fall. I mean, Sean Durzi has that big head of hair, lots of lettuce. Okay, some would call it an afro. It's big head of hair. Fabbri, being Fabbri, grabs the side of Durzi's hair as they fall and pulls him to the ground by his hair. He's like, I'm going down and you're coming down with me, and I don't care what I have to grab to bring you down with me. And that happened to be his hair. And he pulls his hair down and brings him down by his hair. I can't decide which is better. Is it that clean, nice haymaker, or was it the grabbing of the hair? I think I have to go with the grabbing of the hair, because we don't see clean punches like that often, but we also don't see people grabbing each other's hair as they're falling often. Like, those two are kind of rarities in today's game. I'm going to go with the grabbing of the hair. That one's a bit more fun, because watching that on the replay, you couldn't do anything but laugh. It was funny. This fight was a beautiful display of hockey fighting. It wasn't like the Cider and Crosby one, because they never really dropped the gloves. They just kind of shoved at each other, and Cider slammed Crosby's head into the glass. And then the Lightning one with Nemenstikov and Bunting and Dermott and stuff, nobody really dropped the gloves. It was just like people piling on top of each other like a football pile. You'd think people were saying bad things about each other's moms at the bottom of the pile and breaking fingers and stuff. Nobody really dropped the gloves. There wasn't any punches. In this fight, there were actual punches landed. Only like one each side. And there were dodges, but at least it was an actual, they were grabbing each other, they were dodging, they were landing punches, it was an actual hockey fight looking. It was a traditional looking hockey fight. Now, hockey fights come in many forms, but that is the traditional form of hockey fighting, and those are always the fun. They're always the most fun to watch, because usually you get a nice clean punch, and it's the most fun when it's your guy who's landing that nice clean hit. But yeah, I know I'm biased, but I would say Fabbri won the fight, even though he was the first to fall down. I would say Fabbri won the fight because he dodged more punches, he landed the cleanest punch, and he drug he drug him down by his hair. Like, all those things together, I gotta say Fabbri's the winner. Like, I know I'm biased, and I usually go with my guys when it comes to fights because hockey fights are hard to tell most of the time on who wins because there's no really like clean knockout kind of thing, so it's usually up to choice, like up to personal opinion on who won. But in my personal opinion, in my professional opinion, not really professional, but in my opinion, Fabbri won the fight, and that's just, it's my opinion. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. As always, I'm not funny, and there is another one. There's another fight that we can do. Gemel Smith and Lemieux together had a bit of a scuffle, a bit of a fight that I can break down before the All-Star break, before the Red Wings come back. So we're not out of fight breakdowns for the All-Star break just yet. Got one more that I can do. So yeah, I will see you guys next time.
Just got unlucky on a few plays tonight. You know, one of those plays, I thought he was standing still, but he just hit the shit out of that one guy, and the guy went flying. They blew the whistle, and they called it on him.